For me, it wasn't something that was planned. I worked in the bank for 10 years, and when I got married, after my son turned one, it was a bit of a challenge for me. My husband didn't really like the banking because I was a marketer. You know, you have to wake up early. I barely had time for my son, so I had to resign somehow. I've always known I wanted to do events because back in the bank I used to plan like little events for the bank, like my branch. We could organize things. I was good in organizing, and then I thought about it. I love children, it's a passion. So I'm like, okay, why don't you go into the children's event? And nobody really taught me. I used to just follow one of my colleagues, chocolate and cheese. I was always asking questions. Oh, how do you do this? And the good thing, my experience in the bank actually helped me because I had a lot of clientele. I had family friends. So before you know, I started organizing parties for free, actually, for families. Before you know, I opened an Instagram page, and that's just how it started. That was my major breakthrough. Doing this event thing, it's more like a passion, you know, and that's what keeps me going every day. I love children, trust me. Yeah, I love children. They make me happy. Like even if I'm sad and I see children, they just make me excited. So that's what keeps me going in the kids event styling precisely. You know, I get people saying, oh, do weddings. No, if it's not your core thing, I don't think you're going to like it. I'm always excited to be. I can't even explain. It's just something that is in me. The more I do it, the more I get better. This year is going to make it 13 years. So when we started, it wasn't like this, but every day we keep doing, we get better. Yeah. Yeah, for anyone, any mom or any young entrepreneur trying to find a balance, I would advise you go for what you want, you know. Write a vision and let it come to pass. Don't let anyone deter you. I remember when I started, my colleague, when I left the bank, don't tell me you're going to be renting canopies. Oh, how much? How are you going to do it? But I didn't let those voices to deter me. I knew what I was going for, and I pursued it with every being. And when you put God first, trust me, He makes everything beautiful. Put Him ahead of anything and let Him be your guide. Yeah, I won't say it's something that has been easy when I just started, trust me. But I had to delegate, and I had to learn to say no. You don't have to be everywhere, because family is number one priority. I put God first, I put my family, I put my business 3. And also another thing I started doing on Mondays, I don't take any job. I try to rest on Mondays, no meetings, no events, whatever you have to do has to wait till the next day. And I always try to find time to be around my children. I don't want anybody raising my children because I have a vision. I know how I want to raise my children. I want to raise my children in the way of the Lord. I want to be there for them. I don't want no nanny. Yes, I have nannies. They have nannies, but I always make sure I'm available. But once I pick the children, I don't put meetings or any other thing. And I try to incorporate the children, like my daughter Esther, she's turning 11 this year. So most times, weekends, I take her along, you know, to that we're creating a bond, and she's learning on the ropes, you know. So I try to prioritize my time. I balance it. Like I say no, it's not all the jobs that I take. You know, some of these jobs, they can have a way of weighing you down. And when I don't have events, I spend time at home. I love cooking. Spend time cooking, spend time with my family, spend time with my husband, you know. So basically that's how I prioritize. When I started from my room. Yeah, I was doing everything. Yeah, I had maybe 1 or 2 dedicated staff, you know, so I was just operating like like a hobby, you know. So I was just taking jobs, just doing everything. I remember when I did I used to do kids food, and then the party I started, I was frying from the house, and it was even my former colleague in the bank, and she was like, why the kids food? After that experience, I said, you know what, no, you can't do this. So anytime I have kids food, anything I can do, I refer to other people. And we weren't this big. I remember I used to be in my room sending invoices, doing everything. So I was just so comfortable being in that little room, sending invoices, planning my parties, you know. Then I think I had 2 or 3 casual staff coming and going. So once I made up my mind, you know what, this office, that's when I started I form a proper team. Now we have a team of at least 15 staff here that are on monthly pay, so this has really helped. I would say just be passionate, love what you do, because that's the driving force. And don't go about, there's so many people that multitaskers. It's good to be a multitasker, but you have to do what you are good at so that you excel at it. Focus on one thing, or even if you're doing two, you have to be good at it. And above all, put God first. And that's the only way you can excel.